All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. It's a party now.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. This is the tight end Fant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. And the Rams.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 26. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. These two teams squaring off here in week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they've dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
54, right there. 54 miles. Yeah.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Check Mike 54.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Done. 120. Max 50, max 50. Hey, watch the leg. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Max 50.
Wentz now on first down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting. Bring it.
Wentz now on first down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They run with Thomas. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coleman now. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tevin Coleman, 35 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch twins. Watch X3. 218. Chopper. He's coming. We got Chopper.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Right there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check. Fresno. Lefty. 54's Mike.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. You got 3. It's great 57. I got 11. 36. Hey. Mike 50.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Tyson. Let's find 7. Smooth. Let's go, Mike 50. Push him back. Let's go, Mike 50.
Now Wentz. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Kill. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. 5'9". Watch the screen. Hey, watch that. Hey, Zoom.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
61, matchbox lights.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz got a man open. It's Sutton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
74. Right there. 54. Right? Go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and now it's second down. Throwing again. Jackson. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Sunday. Hey, kill. Hey, Ford, don't kill.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm here all day.
What's your son?
Mike's 50.
Hey, Haywood.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
Great, great.
Mike 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go.
Here, shift.
Hey, 50.
This by 7.
50 to Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the
Push that.
On first down, Wentz completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Just like that.
Wentz to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Wentz again. It's hauled in by Ellington. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
It's caught by Funchess. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Brings up third down.
Here we go. Sweetie!
QB drop.
Here, see it.
Watch QB drop.
Hold on. Hey, rip 5-2, out here.
I'm here all day.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here, see it.
Go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go, D.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Mike's 50. Mike's
82. Bravo.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
After the sack on first down, Wentz, that's caught by Hollister. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
120.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Kill.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Lefty.
It's just me and you.
Watch it.
From the gun on third down, Wentz looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start the drive with Peterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Hey, no one. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Watch, twist.
On first down, Coleman. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson, he's got his big tight end, Fant. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson, this is the tight end Fant. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Here we go. 54, Mike. Go, go, go.
They'll run on 1st down. Peterson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the run, watch the run. We're south, baby. That's baby south. Slam. Watch the safety flag.
From the 17, Jackson over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Ready. Check. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Check 31. Over. You got tight right there. Joker. Shift. Squeeze.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyree Jackson making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
I got him. That's me. Mike 15, Mike.
Man 5-7. Hey, exit.
Mike's 50.
Throwing his Wentz. Funches has it complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts.
Hey, 57. Hey, Charlie.
50. Mike 50.
To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. Again, it's Wentz. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 10 at the 26-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He completes it to Jones. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. They come out here in the I. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Give me some.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught. Smith. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Torrey Smith, 70 yards. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Right there.
On second down and 4. Jackson, left side here. That's the tight end fan. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Mike 54. Mike 54. Man, I got you. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Jones has it. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Julio Jones. 65 yards as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Wentz. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. George Kittle, 61 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
tomorrow. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequence.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Demarius Randall. The rookie was trying to push him downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here. Go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check nine.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
First down, Rams.
Here we go. Henry, right 54. I'm coming after you. Rush in. Mike 5-4. Pick me up. Here we go. 54.
Here's Jackson. Looking deep for Julio. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A loss of 2 there, second down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
A gain of 12.
And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for L.A., it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.